Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm trying to hang in there, y'all. Trying. We are doing some spooky crafts. I want to use this stamp set. It is called Bubble Trouble. It's from Stampendous. And then we're going to use this one that says Witch's Brew Drink Up. So what I thought we could do is just we're going to stamp this so they're out at nighttime making this potion, her and her little familiar. I'm extremely nervous about this one. I don't know why, but I am. Let's set the card, the stamp as straight as possible. Just gonna ink this up. I'm bringing it to me so I can make sure that it's inked up very well. I think we tried a project like this before, so you see how it's gonna. This is our first time using it, so it's gonna take a little bit of ink. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink it up and come back. So this is how it came out looking. This is the first impression, and then I re-inked it, and this is the second one, and I am okay with that. All right, so now what we're going to do is take some orange. It's called golden, so hopefully it does what I want it to do. And I'm just going to color the flames in. I was sitting here thinking that I wanted to, about what I was going to create, and I was like, oh, I could just make some more jewelry. But I was like, no, my son is he's up and making lots of noise, and I don't want to make jewelry. And so I was like, ooh, because I had pulled, in order to try to be prepared, I had pulled out a lot of stamps. Not a lot, but I pulled out some that I thought I could work with. And I pulled those out. And I was like, oh, yeah, we can try this and that. And, we'll see. We'll see if we get to all of them. So, look, it's coming to life. Let's go ahead and get us a green and color these bubbles. Okay, so I want to use this one that says Trick or Treat Halloween. Trick or Treat Happy Halloween. Nope. It just says Halloween fun, trick or treat, Halloween fun. So I cut this down a little bit more so we could see something in the background. Just a little bit. So these are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. They are supposed to be A2 size. I have our card. It's right here. So I think I'm gonna glue down the card base first, and then this one, and then let's go ahead and stamp out our sentiment. And I like that we're able to kind of mishmash them together to get a sentiment that's going to be funny, I think. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this sentiment out on just some plain white paper and cut it because I don't want the decorative edge on the card, because I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to use some scrap well, it's not, I guess it is scrap, but it's not really scrap. It's paper that I've turned into scrap paper, if that makes any sense. So I'm just realigning this thing down. And let's go ahead and I'm going to, what's the word? I'm going to use the VersaFine ink first. I can't remember the word that I want to use. Prime. I'm going to prime it with VersaFine first. And even though I'm not stamping out the edges, I still want to just go ahead and stamp that out. I mean, ink it all up. In the morning, my brain works so much better, even though a lot of people say that they have their brain functions better when they get their first or 2 to 3 cups of coffee in them. I am opposite. It is. I feel like I'm ready to go to bed. Let's see. It does not ink up really well. That W didn't look like it wanted to play nice, and we'll see. The W. Let's see how it works out. Good. It worked out really well. So we're gonna come back over here and now if you have a die or something that you really are itching to try out that's layerable, go for it. I just don't feel like messing with it. And I got ink on my hand, so you know we're doing great. Let's go ahead and I remember I made my son's daycare teacher a card and I was stamping and the ink pad fell on top of the thing, so I kind of made it like he had helped or had made it. I should have just started over. Now that I think about it, I should have just went back in and fixed it instead of saying this was my work. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off and let's go ahead and try to assemble this thing together. Okay, so colored up. We got our Witch's Brew little label going right here. I'm going to kick myself because I was like, you already did yellow. But then we're going to use our paint pen. Let me see how this is going to look. No, it's not going to look good. We need some twinkles. First of all, we need twinkles, ma'am. Let's see. Let's see how this is going to look. I'm not liking any of this. I have a gold marker. Let's see. Let's see. We have a gold one. Gold paint pen from Craft Smart. So I'm gonna come back because I gotta shake it for 1 minute. We went with silver. Well, I'm going with silver, and I like that a little bit better. I know we probably could have went white, but this is magic, and I want the silver to be like flickers of whatever this stuff is in this witch's brew that we're getting. Now we gotta let it dry, and then we're gonna do the same with this one. It's a little bit safer than flicking white paint on your, for me, because I've watched some of you all flick paint, and I'm like, ooh, inspiration. But it's not. I'm not good at it. I have all kinds of junk that I've flicked, sprayed on my keyboard, mouse, things that I shouldn't have it on. I have it on. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back and finish gluing everything down. All right, so the ink is almost dry, if not completely dry, or the paint, I should say. And I just laid it over like this and just put the glue on the back. Now, this is not a real craft card stock paper for, I mean, it's for crafting, but it's not really like a white, like you buy a pack of yellow paper from Michael's or whatever, or Joann or Hobby Lobby or your local craft store. This is called Peacock sulfate paper, but it is used for crafting, so I'm okay with it. See, it says heavy duty paper made from 50% recycled material, withstanding folding and curling without cracking or tearing. 32 colors, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm using. I got a few packs of it, and I want to use it. And I like yellow for some of the projects that we do. Let's see. There we go. Dries fairly fast. These coils on the end, they stay not want to stay down, and then I'm just gonna burnish it. Open the card up. I shouldn't have put the sentiment, but I did. So I'm just gonna burnish it down some from the inside like that. Now if I had another little black kitty cat I have readily available. We could have put it on the inside, right? So we're just gonna do that. And this is our creation for today. I hope that you've enjoyed. I want to say thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, happy crafting.